we set up our function, and now our application goes to API and fetches the data, all the breeds list, but still we cannot see it in the selector. Let's check in console if we actually get this data. Actually, we're gonna fix these two problems. We're gonna just pass this information to menu.js file where we have target blank. Save it. Yeah, don't have any errors anymore. Let's go to our app.js and see if we can see the breeds list in console. Console log. This state breeds list. Let's see if we can get them. Save it. And now, yeah, we see them. 86 breeds, list of 86 breeds. So we get the information in the right way. We just need to display it in select. That's why we're gonna set up properly our select.js file. We gonna press here props because we will use props. It's stateless component and we cannot use this here. Nevertheless, we will use some information from different files, and that's how we will bring this information via props, how we will bring these properties. So we use this word props, and we should set up different views. For example, error view. When we have an error, here I will show you. When we don't have internet, for example, and trying to get information, we have this error view. Sorry, cannot load the data. We have also this loading view. When we are waiting for the application to load the information, we have this loading view. And actually, when everything is fine, when we have internet, we have the third view, which is this view, when we get the desired list of breeds. So we're gonna go ahead and here in this component, we're gonna set up all these views as variable const, for example, get loading view, and it will be a function, arrow function, and this view will show us return the same as show or display what will be displayed on the screen. We will return the div with this loading spinner. Remember this loading spinner, so let's put here div with the class name loading, and inside there will be an image, self-closing tag, image with the class name loading GIF, and we should also use alternative. If the user cannot see the image, we should use loading, for example. And actually the image itself, this GIF file, we put it as source, and here an object require, and put here the path to it. It's different level assets, and in assets folder we have loading GIF, this one. This loading GIF, I created it by myself in Photoshop, but you can download a lot of them from internet. I was creating it by myself because I wanted to use these blue colors, so the color palette will be the same in the application. But you can find a lot of them and don't spend your time drawing this loading spinner by yourself. So this will be our loading view, and in a similar way we will set up here get error view. If our application catches an error, it will be different information displayed. So it's again arrow function, and here we will return or show alert, as always. This alert with information like sorry, we had it in our app.js, sorry cannot display the data. It can be any message, so you should set it up by yourself. This is our arrow view, and then the last one and the most desirable one is get select view, when we actually get the selector with all the breeds. So again, it's an arrow function, and here we will return actually this select element. Select tag, and inside this select we will put all the breeds that we get. So we will use props in order to bring this information from app.js. Props breeds list, and we cannot bring here all the list because you remember it was in this format. It's just like list array of breeds. We don't want to bring them like this. We will bring them by using map method. Map function goes through every element and returns new list of elements. So here as arguments we can pass up to 3 arguments, and we will pass breed because we want to display every element should be a breed element displayed, and we're gonna pass index. It's necessary to pass index so React can identify and differentiate between all these breeds, because these breeds do not have any ID number or something else like this. So we will pass index, and we're gonna write arrow function here and return option. So this is the tag element of select, and then inside option, and in option we're gonna pass value, which is this breed object, the same as this one, and key, is this index, and then inside this option element there will be breed, this breed element. So this is what we have here. Inside this section, this select element, we have option, this white rectangular option, and it's one breed at a time here displayed. So we can choose another one will be displayed. So this is this object breed, why we put it here. And so we got three views: get loading view, get arrow view, and get select view. So it's underlined right now because we never used it anywhere. We just declared it but never used, and we're gonna use it here in our final return. So we have our component declared here, then we pass all this information up to here, and then we have our return, what this component returns. So here in return, in this select container, which is empty right now, we're gonna tell that we want to display here view depending on what breed list is right now. So we take breeds list, but breeds list lives in app.js. That's why we use props to bring it here, to be able to refer to it here. Breed list. So we will use ternary operator and ask if breeds list, if there is breeds list, then get select view, this one, call this method. Otherwise, if not, this is this column, what this means, get loading view, call it. Let's put it in one row. And then another condition, if we have arrow, props is arrow. Remember, this is arrow lives in app.js. That's why if we wanna, is arrow means we're gonna look at this component state arrow. So if we're gonna refer to it in Selector.js file, we're gonna use props. So if there is an arrow, get arrow view that we set up, call this method. If not, otherwise, nothing, show nothing now. Let's save it and let's see. So we don't wanna, in app.js we don't wanna this console log anymore, we don't need it. And let's see. Yeah, we got this breeds list displayed now, and we can choose anything. It doesn't work yet, but still we got it. We got the whole list of breeds. That's how we first of all got the information of calling this function fetch all breeds. We got information, and now we display the information that we got here in select component. We can commit this change as setup select views or view options, and push it. And now we can go ahead and set up this image, breeds image. It should go to API and bring the random image to every breed that we select here.